wabarakatuh.
We are from Group 9. We will present about Indonesia on the world stage. I am Nabila Purnitia.
I'm Sabrina Pisolia Rorong.
I'm Budi Sumadi. I'm Muhammad Zaldi Aprialdi.
I'm Janati Fernandina. I'm Maria Septimiasa.
Ideal constitutional and operational foundation of free and active foreign policy. Ideal foundation of Indonesian foreign policy, implementation of the 5 principles of Pancasila as follows. The 5 principles: humanitarian principles, principles of unity, democratic principle, principle of justice.
Constitutional Foundation of Indonesia Foreign Policy. First paragraph of the preamble to the 1945 Constitution. Fourth paragraph of the preamble to the 1945 Constitution. Article 11 of the 1945 Constitution. Operational Foundation of Indonesia Foreign Policy. Operational Foundation of Indonesian Foreign Policy. Tab MPR nomor 4 MPR 1999 concerning GBNHN.
Indonesia's role in world peace. First Asian African Conference. One of the pioneers of the Asian African Conference, host of the Asian African Conference, Asian African Conference Committee, founder of the Asian African Conference Museum. Non-bloc movement. Initiator of the non-alignment movement, leader of the non-alignment movement, organizer of summit meeting and the non-alignment movement, strive for the world peace. Garuda Peace Mission. Indonesia is involved in carrying out peacekeeping missions held by the United Nations.
ASEAN. First, one of the founding countries of ASEAN. Second, ASEAN Secretariat location. Third, organizer the first ASEAN Summit. Fourth, organizing the ASEAN Economic Community. Islamic Conference Organization, held from 22 September to 25 September 1969. It was formed because of the concern of Islamic countries over various problems faced by Muslims, especially after Zionist elements burned part of the Holy Mosque of Al-Aqsa. Members of 57 Islamic countries. Juanda Declaration. Initiated on December 13, 1957 by the Indonesian Prime Minister Juanda Kartawijaya. The result of the Juanda Declaration is to declare to the world that the Indonesian seas include the surrounding seas between and within the Indonesian archipelago as one unified territory of the Republic of Indonesia.
Implementation of free and active foreign policy. The right of free and active foreign policy. The background to the formation of Indonesia free and active foreign policy began with the end of World War II. After the war, two large camps were formed that competed with each other in the Cold War, namely the Western Bloc and the Eastern Bloc. Indonesian foreign policy during the Old Order. During the leadership of President Sukarno, Indonesia was known to receive sharp attention from the international world because of its ideas and foreign policy, which became a role model for several countries at that time. The Old Order period was the starting point for Indonesia towards a free and active foreign policy.
Indonesian foreign policy during the New Order era. During the New Order era in Indonesia, 1966 to 1998, foreign policy tended to uphold the notion of non-alignment and increasingly focus on economic development. The New Order government under Suharto leadership emphasized the principle of free and active foreign policy, which sought to maintain balance among global powers without getting directly involved in any particular political bloc. Indonesia also plays an important role in the non-alignment movement, or NAM. Indonesian foreign policy during the reform period. After the collapse of President Suharto government in Indonesia with various foreign policies, Indonesia is now entering a new chapter in history. President Suharto was forced to step down by student. The good image of foreign policy in the eyes of the world is not matched by the good image of domestic policy. Indonesia is in foreign debt due to many acts of corruption, collusion, and nepotism. Government during the reform period: the first B.J. Habibie, second Abdurrahman Wahid or Gus Dur, third Megawati Soekarno Putri, and the last Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono or SBY.